Mobile games are eating your brain, and I bring proof. A lot of companies now are giving up on single offline games to mobile online games. If you know, you know. I got really upset recently when I found out that a game I really loved was going to be discontinued because the company was focusing on other mobile games, online mobile games that they are developing. I'm upset because I know the intentions behind it. I know what they're trying to achieve with this. The least I can do is to try and alert people about something that has been going on, but people are just not talking about it. I wonder why. Gaming disorder is classified as a psychiatric disorder and was included in the 11th revision of the International Classification of Diseases. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Bloom and I talk about video games here. If you like life simulation, you're probably gonna like the content that I have here. If you want to support me and my channel and help me to bring more content like this, you can support me now by becoming a member of the channel. And if you can't do that, just by subscribing and liking this video already helps me a lot. Thank you so much, and now let's get into the video. Mobile game addiction is a condition in which the person plays mobile games repeatedly for a period of time and that they struggle to stop, which is similar to the gambling addiction, and it is one of the main causes of gaming disorder. Chatting applications are the only thing more used in mobile devices than mobile games. I'm going to read now a paragraph from one of the articles I read on this subject. When asked if they would voluntarily quit playing, 71% of the subjects indicated that they must be persuaded by others to stop. 21% said they must be urged by others several times to stop. All of them expressed significant reluctance when forced to stop. In terms of self-regulation in mobile gaming, 63% of the students said they constantly desired to reduce the number of game times but couldn't stop themselves from starting the next game. I selected and studied 10 different scientific articles on this subject on the correlation between mobile games and mental health problems, attention span, and academic performance. There are many articles on this subject and I've read lots of them, but I selected only 10 to talk about in this video because they are from reliable, well-established journals. So I think we can start this video by asking, why are mobile games more harmful than desktop games? There are many reasons, but I selected the main ones for us to talk about here. Just remember that all the information that I'm bringing in this video are from scientific articles. This is not coming from my brain. This is not my opinion. These are scientific articles. So the main reasons why mobile games are more addictive than desktop games is because they are portable, they are very accessible, they're very quick to get into, so you just turn your phone on and then you just start playing. It's very quick and easy to start playing, and because of it, most of them have a lot of online features. So having internet connection everywhere now, especially with mobile data being available on these devices, makes it very easily addictive when people can access it from literally anywhere. And for desktop games, you need to have your computer available to be able to play them. They can be downloaded for free, or some of the games that are called freemium, where you download the game for free and then you buy stuff in game, which is called IAP, in-app purchases. So in my rant video, I got some angry people complaining about me saying that these mobile games are very easy to play, and I'm sorry to tell you, but they are. This is from one of the articles. Most of mobile games are easy to play, can be played for a short period of time, and can be played repeatedly as desired. Players are just required to use their fingers to do a sequence of tasks including altering the direction, opening the magnifier, and firing. The simple operation makes it easy for young players to begin playing after a few practices. So they do this on purpose because they want to make the game addictive. So there are simple mechanics that you can learn how to use them quite easily, making it faster for you to get the rewards or to win, which leads us to the next reason why mobile games are more addictive. Most mobile games, they have a very intricate system of rewards where you are constantly being rewarded by simple things that you do. And these simple rewards and achievements that you get, they are designed to get you hooked. So you keep playing more to get more rewards, to get more rewards, to achieve more achievements. And usually, but not always, but usually desktop games are a bit slower. You need to invest more time and effort to achieve things. So this is why right now mobile games are receiving more attention in the scientific world than desktop games, because mobile games are having a huge impact on kids being diagnosed with gaming disorder. Right now, they are the main reason, they are the main cause of gaming disorder. So that's why right now it's receiving a lot of attention from scientists, doctors, etc. Now let's move on to the next topic. Who are the players of mobile games? I was a bit surprised when I found out all of this stuff, because I don't know many people that play mobile games, and the people that I know, they don't play it for a long time. So I got curious to find out who are these players, because I don't know any of them. I don't see them. So right now, according to these articles, teens are the ones that are playing the most of these mobile games. But it was found that students from primary schools are the most vulnerable ones to these mobile games. So younger kids. The reason for that is because they're at an age where they lack self-discipline, required to restrict gaming time, so it's harder for them to control for how long they play these games. And this is a characteristic of the age. One of the studies looked into the Chinese population, and they found a very alarming number. In 2020, 1/3 of internet juvenile users in China were students from primary schools. Those students, 92% had experience with mobile games. 25% of them became addicted. Most of them were aged between 10 and 12 years old, and the youngest being just 8 years old. If you understand a bit of researches, you know that 25% is a crazy number. So now we know that the players of these mobile games are usually teens or kids, but they also found out some important characteristics of these teens and kids. So teens and kids that had less family support were more vulnerable to becoming addicted to these mobile games. And they also found that students that had lower grades were more prone to becoming addicted. Another thing they noticed is that the younger they were, it was more likely for males to be more addicted, and with age, the numbers became more proportional between males and females. So younger boys are more likely to become addicted than younger girls. But as they grow up, this number becomes more similar. Now let's move on to the next topic. I want to talk about attention span and how mobile games are affecting kids and teens' attention spans. There are at least 4 different hypotheses to why this happens. The first one is called the excitement hypothesis. So it is known that mobile games, they are designed, they are thought to have features that will get you hooked. So they use sound effects, vibrant colors, easy achievements, rewards to get you hooked in the game and to make it very exciting. So when people play these games for a long period of time, it kind of changes the expectations regarding level of stimulation. So the more you engage on these games, it is harder for you to focus on activities that are less stimulating. So like lessons, reading, doing schoolwork. The next hypothesis is called the displacement hypothesis. The displacement hypothesis is basically where you will spend so much time playing these mobile games that instead of engaging in other activities that would help you to build your attention span, you're actually wasting that time with mobile games. So basically it's saying that you are kind of replacing time that you would be using to build attention and focus with mobile games. The next one is called the attraction hypothesis. This one is basically saying that people that already have attention problems are more attracted to these mobile games and they are more easily hooked by these mobile games. And the last one is called the third variable hypothesis. This one is the weakest one. This one is basically saying that it's not necessarily a mobile game problem. This one says that it's probably something else. So like the gender or the age is what's causing these problems and not the mobile games itself. This one has been proved wrong by some of these studies, so this one is not really being considered anymore. Okay, so these are the 4 hypotheses regarding why mobile games are making kids have less focus and have more problems with attention spans and having more mental health issues. So now let's talk about the most important thing. What are the consequences of this addiction? First, let's talk about mental health and the cycle of addiction. So most articles found a correlation between mobile games addiction and depression, social anxiety, lower academic performance, lower cognitive functioning, and loneliness. It was noticed that the more negative emotions someone has, the more likely they are to become addicted to mobile games. Mobile games offer a very quick and instant gratification that could mask negative feelings temporarily. So the worse you feel, the more addicted you get to these games because they give you a sense of happiness temporarily. Even though these mobile games offer a quick feeling of happiness, they do little to help you actually overcome those feelings. So that's what creates this cycle of addiction. It was noticed that people that were addicted to mobile games, like the longer they played those games, less likely they were to have real life relationships like friends and having a social network. The more they played, the more they self-isolated, making them even lonelier and therefore sad again, which made them want to play even more. And that's the cycle. You're sad, you start playing, and then the more you play, the lonelier you get, and then you get sad again, and then you start playing even more because you're sad, and that's the cycle. It's like your sadness feeds on your addiction, and your addiction feeds on your sadness. Now let's talk about addiction itself and financial problems. People with an addiction to mobile games, it was noticed that they felt very irritable when they couldn't play the games. Symptoms were found to be very similar to gambling addiction and drugs addiction. Also, the majority of mobile games, they offer in-app purchases, and some people spend a lot of money on these mobile games. They are called the whales by these mobile game companies. The whales are people that spend a lot of money on these mobile games. Needless to say that they have an addiction, right? Now I'm going to read a paragraph from another article that I read. The majority of mobile game apps provide a paid service, allowing users to top up their accounts in order to purchase virtual goods or gaming-related equipment. Some of the youngsters who tried to obtain the passwords to their parents' bank accounts but were unsuccessful were bold enough to perpetrate crimes including robbing younger children in schools, stealing other people's property, and more. Does that remind you of something else? People that are addicted to gambling, they usually get to a point where they don't have any more money left, so they start searching for other means to obtain that money. So this is already happening with kids that are addicted to mobile games. Do you understand now why these games are so profitable? Do you understand now why some companies want to make mobile games now? Do you understand why they're giving up on well-established franchises to start developing mobile games? Do you? Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you? Now let's talk about academic performance. Excessive daily gaming among college students were associated with lower learning abilities as well as lower grades. It was also found that teens that were addicted to mobile games, they engage less in school activities. Peter, that's loud! So now I'm going to bring more data from one of the articles. This was from a 2019 study. Nearly 14% of the subjects believe that the participation in mobile games caused their inability to concentrate on lessons and homework. 47% believed that playing mobile games could occasionally distract them from classroom learning and homework. 31% reported that their academic performance declined as a result of their participation in mobile gaming. Now, talking about attention problems, we already talked about the 4 hypotheses to why this happens. And most of the studies, they all got to the same result, that the more hours they played mobile games, the more they had attention problems. So for the longer they played mobile games, the more their attention spans were affected. For the past 30 years in the medical field, we have been studying attention problems, and we have been associating it with genetics and just biological features. And now, recently, we are starting to look into other factors that could impact people's attention spans. And also, let's not forget, there's not just attention span, but also how impulsive these kids and these teens are. And also, it's affecting how aggressive they are. So yeah, like I said, for the past 30 years, we have been associating these things with biological and genetic stuff. So a lot of medications were created to try and sort out this problem. But recently, we in the actual world, in the actual practice, doctors have been reporting that a lot of kids are able to improve their attention spans, to improve their levels of aggressiveness and impulsiveness just by changing habits. Now, talking about my personal experience, for 6 months I worked with kids, and I can confirm this is so true. Not just me, but also other doctors that I spoke to, we all experienced the same thing. I'm not exaggerating when I say that nearly 50% of the kids that came to us improved just by changing their habits. So usually they come with complaints about the kids being hyperactive, about the kids not being able to focus, about the kids having lower school performance. And most of the time, the kids didn't actually have a diagnosis. And when we looked into the kids' daily routines, they spend most of the days watching short form videos and playing mobile games. So when we told the moms to change that, to change the habits, most of these kids came back completely different. The moms came back saying that the grades were better, that they were a lot calmer and just easier to deal with. Not to mention all the kids that the moms and dads, the parents, sadly did not adjust the routines. And I understand that for some families it might be difficult to do that because of just how busy life is. Most of the time both parents worked, so it was hard to control what the kids were doing. But the kids that actually changed their habits, they had a huge improvement. But this is just my personal experience. Right now, studies are being made to check that. This is just something that doctors have been reporting, and now scientists, researchers are starting to look into it. Now let's talk about physical health, because yes, mobile games also impact your physical health. So people that played mobile games for a long time, it was also found that this addiction was associated with lack of exercise, bad eating habits, sleeping problems, aggression, anger, backaches, and even vision loss. Anyway guys, I know this was a longer video than usual, but I just really wanted to talk about this subject. Just because in my last video where I was ranting about what is happening to the games industry, I had a lot of people commenting things like, this is not true, this is not happening. And it made me worried because it's so true. This is something that not everyone knows about. Some people don't know this is happening. And it makes sense. These companies that are making millions with these mobile games, they don't want you to know about this. So that's why I decided to make this video, to bring you proof, to bring you science, to show you that yes, this is happening. Anyway, I hope this video was helpful to you in some way. And let me know your opinion on this subject. Let me know your personal experience with this. Have you seen this happening in real life? Do you know anyone that shows those symptoms? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!